Good morning. I'm Kimberly Gaw, the Administrator of DETR's Employment Security Division. This press briefing is held to provide general information regarding DETR ESD programs and processes and is not specific to any one claim. Please note that our press conference process has changed as indicated in the media advisory. We now are asking the media to provide questions to DETR media by Wednesday each week so that we can incorporate the information in our briefings. As a reminder, DETR cannot comment on any current litigation. With me today is State's Chief Economist, Dave Schmidt. He will be providing us the updated unemployment insurance and pandemic unemployment assistance data.
Thank you, Administrator Gaw. Standard unemployment insurance is for Nevadans who have lost their jobs through no fault of their own. These are people whose employer pays taxes into the unemployment insurance program through the state's trust fund and who both earned enough wages and worked enough hours to be eligible for those benefits. Can we please put up the pie chart? As of July 18th, 2020, 592,700 total claims have been filed for standard unemployment insurance on the UINB site. This number includes both new claims and reopened claims that have intervening employment, also known as additional claims. 571,048 of those claims have been filed since March 14th. Of those eligible filers who filed weekly claims in the week ending July 11th, 227,229, or 90% of eligible claims for that week were successfully paid. The number of weekly claims did decline slightly from the prior week, was down by about 5,000. 12,175 people filed for benefits but were employed and not eligible because they had earnings for that week that exceeded their weekly benefit amount. That's down slightly compared to last week. 1,998 people had insufficient hours and or wages to qualify for UI benefits, down by about 1,000 over the week. 43,284 people did not file a claim for the week. That's up slightly from last week and has largely been steady over the previous 2 months. These are people who started but did not finish their weekly claim, never started their weekly claim, or reported to us that they were not going to file a claim for the week. Federal law does require that filers file weekly claims in order to receive payment. Finally, there were 23,411 other unpaid claims, which was up by about 6,000 from last week. These are filers whose claims are being held because federal and state law require DETR to adjudicate their claims. This number also includes claims that have been identified as fraud. You can take the pie chart down. PUA is pandemic unemployment assistance, and it's for those individuals classified as contract, 1099, and gig workers, as well as other workers not covered under traditional unemployment insurance, including people who have exhausted their UI benefits and all extended UI benefits. People still must be unemployed, underemployed, unable to work, or unavailable for work in a particular week due to COVID-19. To date, Nevada has taken 300,149 PUA initial claims. As of July 20th, 300,873 of those have a weekly claim filed, or about 88%. As of this morning, 121,980 claims have been paid, a total of over $1.3 billion, including both PUA funds and FPUC funds related to those PUA claims. Can we put up the table, please? Compared to Nevada's estimated 82,000 self-employed workers, Nevada has paid out over $5,100 per self-employed worker in regular PUA benefits alone. That is the 8th highest level among all states by this measure, and includes data through July 21st. You can take the table down. As of July 22nd, DETR has paid out nearly $5.4 billion across all UI and CARES Act programs since the start of the pandemic. For comparison, this exceeds the total benefits paid out across both unemployment insurance and all federal extended benefits programs in 2009, 2010, and 2011 combined. With state unemployment benefits remaining high, the Unemployment Trust Fund continues to be drawn down. As of July 18th, the trust fund balance was $656.7 million, which represents 5.8 weeks of benefit payments at current levels. In the event that the trust fund is exhausted, the state would continue to pay unemployment benefits under the provisions of Title 12 of the Social Security Act, and there will be no effect on benefit payments. Just to repeat, there will be no impact on benefit payments for unemployment insurance for those eligible filers as a result of the trust fund's decline. We want to continue to remind claimants in both UI and PUA that federal law requires that you must file a claim every week in order to receive payment for that week. Many eligible claimants in both UI and PUA have not filed weekly claims and therefore cannot be paid. With that, I'll turn it back to Administrator Goff.
Thank you, Dave. Updates regarding quarter change. This occurred the first week in July and requires states to check for new and additional traditional UI eligibility, PEUC, and SEB, or extended benefits eligibility. Per the CARES Act and DOL guidance, the coordination of programs means that if you have traditional UI or pandemic extended unemployment eligibility or state extended benefit eligibility, you are required to file for those benefits if you are eligible before becoming eligible for PUA benefits. PUA filers receiving messaging on their claim indicating this new program eligibility in traditional UI, PEUC, or SEB should file their claim at uinv.gov using the Claim Itself portal. Please go to EmployNV to determine if your claim reflects this new eligibility. Please also visit our website at DETR.nv.gov for further details, information, and guidance. Updates regarding the federal pandemic unemployment compensation ending this week. Currently, the CARES Act federal pandemic unemployment compensation, also known as FPUC dollars, commonly referred to as the traditional $600 added eligibility for UI and PUA payments, sunsets this Saturday, July 25th. This means that starting for the week beginning Sunday, July 26th, filers are scheduled to receive their calculated weekly benefit amount going forward. DETR has been in communications with the Department of Labor, Governor's Office, and federal delegates, and we currently have no updated information on any extensions at this time. Filers who are eligible during the period that FPUC was available will still be able to receive FPUC benefits for all eligible weeks. Please watch for additional updates on our website and DETR.nv.gov, as this information may change with the pending legislation being considered by Congress. Questions about PUA system functionality. We have received questions for filers regarding why it takes a number of days or dates change to receive payments on PUA benefits once it is reflected in the system that the payments have issued. This is due to process steps required to review payments to ensure accurate disbursement of funds. We are aware that this is frustrating for filers as you wait for these funds to become available. We continue to work with our vendor to automate this process and make it more efficient. We also received inquiries from UI and PUA filers regarding declined transactions for their UI and PUA banking accounts, cards. If you have specific transactions declined, please check with your banking institution for details. For filers that receive notice that an account has been suspended or frozen, please call the UI call center or the PUA call center for further instructions. You will have to provide identity information, so be prepared with this information. Requests for information regarding overpayments. UI filers advised of an overpayment of benefits must contact our call center for updated information on ways to pay back this money. For filers in current weekly filing status, you may see an offset of continuing current and future weeks of benefits in accordance with UI law and guidance. Updates regarding PUA appeals. We continue to receive questions regarding appeals functionality. This functionality is operational. PUA filers are able to file an appeal request through Employee NV. Filers wishing to file an appeal may do so at Employee NV through your account portal. Appeals requests for previously issued eligibility determinations will be honored for 30 calendar days from July 18th. You may also contact the PUA call center for further instructions on how to file your appeal. Filers will need to watch for communication in their portal in August after filing their appeals request. Information about access to the call centers. DETR continues to work for ways to provide additional resources to address every claim. We continue to work with our call center staff to update processes and provide customer service feedback to best serve Nevada filers. We recommend choosing our offered callback features to minimize time waiting on the phone. We continue to work with the governor's office and our legislators and our federal delegations on funding and staffing resources to provide and expand service delivery for every Nevadan. DETR is also experiencing difficulties contacting filers as part of the adjudication process. Our staff may be calling you from the following phone numbers, so please work with your carriers to unblock these numbers: 775-687-7101, 702-486-0185, and 702-486-3387. Please ensure that you enable these numbers with your mobile or telephone carrier so you don't miss our calls. We will provide those phone numbers again after the press briefing. Additionally, many employers are seeking filers who may be seeking job placement assistance. Our jobs remain closed for the in-person assistance. However, our virtual job placement services are available at Employee NV. Please visit Employee NV for up-to-date job placement opportunities. We've received a number of questions about system security and fraud. We strongly advise Nevadans use guidance from DETR as a trusted source of information. There is no cost to file a claim online, and persons offering to complete or assist with claims for fees or to access your personal information is not authorized by DETR. DETR has heard from many businesses and citizens that may have had their personal identifying information accessed without their consent and used for filing for fraudulent claims. This is not a result of any known data breach within DETR. DETR actively monitors its systems and works with reputable companies and its vendors to ensure that all data is maintained securely. Nevada is actively working with law enforcement entities and the Department of Labor to detect, prevent, and address fraud. This includes participation by DETR as a member of the Attorney General's COVID-19 Fraud Task Force. If you believe that a claim has been filed fraudulently using your information, or you know somebody is committing fraud, the quickest way to report this information is 3 ways: through DETR's updated online fraud form at detr.nv.gov, select fraud reporting form under quick links, or through the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center, known as IC3, at www.ic3.gov. Employers needing to report fraudulent filings can respond to filing notices indicating they believe the claim is fraudulent. Note that action taken to resolve these reports may or may not include contact from our office. Tips on how to protect your personal information can be found on our website bulletin board at detr.nv.gov. Excuse me. Note that unemployment fraud is considered a felony under Nevada revised statute. Nevada will be following fraudulent claims up to and including prosecution and other civil remedies afforded under law. We will be limiting further information related to any investigations and will not be sharing details to protect the case integrity. Thank you, and we look forward to speaking with you again next Friday with additional updates and information. This concludes our remarks for today's briefing.